I want to go and visit that star yard before we head back. I was going to say to Jemison. I've got to remember. What I'm actually doing is heading back to Sol for a debrief. I do wonder if he'll get mad at me for taking my sweet time about it.
If you're looking for the cutting edge of starship design, you've arrived. Welcome to Stroud-Eklund.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Let's just go and remind ourselves what they offered. You are just
in the showroom if you're ready to buy.
Showroom. Have a short showroom. Is this the show? Havershaw.
These ships are nice, but compared to a Trident,
Okay, Trident are better. Is that what you're saying?
They're making a new class of ship here.
They are. It's...
If you need anything, just ask.
Interesting. Hi.
Well, I think you'll find we have some tempting options for you.
I'd like to view a modified... Oh, let's see what ships you're...
Absolutely.
Selling. Okay. Yeah, I've probably checked this out, but here we go. Lunchbox 1. Flatter lunchbox. Okay. Lunchbox trying to look mean. Lunchbox with a calculator on top. Okay, see, now at least this looks like a ship. The Galileo 3. It's not Warwolf. Really, I have got to talk to Walter. I really do. I just. Oh, nope.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
I
I'm curious as to what
Absolutely.
modifications you have. This is a little frustrating. They have some interesting habitat modules here. Some 2x2s or 3x2s. Like this. Only in a variety of different types and flavors, so to speak. But I don't seem to be able to fit them in the hopper. There is some sort of issue. I'm wondering if I've just modified the ship too much and it's no longer compatible. Might want to start a whole new ship if I want something bigger than this. Maybe the hopper just wants to stay the hopper? I get that. You're a good ship. You are a good ship. Yes, you are. A bloody strong ship, definitely. Alright, well, I've got another ship now, and I've got some money. Maybe we just start a new thing. A new super large ship with tons of space. But we'll have to come back another time because I need to get back to Sol and report to the commander and give him... Well, to be honest with you, it's not about giving him the news. It's more about asking for how he feels I should approach this next particular mission, as it does seem a little rife for potential problems. Oh, and I should absolutely remember to slam on the brakes when we're done here, so as not to fly.
Never get tired of that.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Welcome back, Agent. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Agent. Okay. Agent. Now, I've also got some information for the guy running the brig. And
Board is clear. We're
the
docked.
lieutenant. Yes.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches. Consider yourself informed.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Good that the message is getting spread around. Okay. Commander.
You're back. So how did it go?
Okay, you sound a little shocked. Yeah, why are you surprised to see me?
Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis.
Okay, but... Yeah, I thought you'd been monitoring me. Surely you knew I was coming.
Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the Vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed.
Right, but you knew the hopper was flying back, so either you thought someone else was coming here to give you bad news. That's what you were thinking, weren't you? You were thinking one of my crew was coming to say, ooh, yeah. So about that. Okay, I'm through with the charade I want out. I've successfully infiltrated the Crimson Fleet, but I'm having second thoughts. I've successfully infiltrated the Crimson Fleet, and I'm confident this plan is going to work. I'm not exactly confident. Well, the overall plan seems to be working, but I've got some... We've got an issue. I've got a mission that's worrying me, but I'm not really having second thoughts, though. I think we should... Okay, look, the plan...
If you would kindly continue?
Okay, look. I've infiltrated the Crimson Fleet. The plan's going well, but I need some input on the next step.
Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
Okay.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet?
Okay. How did you know you'd be able to fool Delgado? Yeah, why were you so sure you'd be able to fool him but not Neva?
If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way.
Yeah, but she's the one that recommended me. And she's also asked me to do another job that Delgado doesn't necessarily want me to focus on, so... Okay, but I'll be careful around it. Are you sure it's safe if I pass you this information? This is what I'm there for, isn't it? Okay, no. Delgado is searching for a Galbank ship named Legacy that was carrying some type of lost fortune.
Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Yes.
Crix's legacy. I always wondered if that damn thing was real.
I mentioned this. Did I mention
Judging from the fact
this?
that this data involves both Crix and legacy, I'd say it's as real as it gets, Ranger Cole.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause.
A story not Delgado believes it's real. Trust me, I've already been through this with Delgado. I believe it's real. Well, I don't know whether it is real, but Delgado definitely believes it's real.
Well, let's find out if Delgado is chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here.
I think he's pretty smart, actually.
Nope. There are no records of a Galbank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you.
I don't.
What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Galbank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move?
Yeah, that's where it gets a little... Okay, how did you know Delgado was with us at the lock? Yeah, good question.
That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov.
Yeah.
In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated.
Right. That's why you were worried. Got it. So why do you think Galbank is hiding something? It's because they don't want customers to know, right?
Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Galbank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, It would tank their value.
Right. Okay, I'm supposed to board a Starliner to steal Galbank Archive credentials.
Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Galbank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now.
Yeah, run its course, though.
There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there.
Some reason. How do you know that Jasper Cricks never actually found the legacy?
Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Cricks wouldn't have disappeared years ago.
Maybe he found it.
Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinya Voss, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No. The Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever.
We're assuming that he didn't find it and just decide, hey, I'm going to retire and bleed the money slowly in different ways. I guess probably wasn't just about money for him, was it? I mean, we're talking about his legacy, the ship, but he sounded like the sort of person who had a point to make as well. Should I put a stop to this by killing Delgado? No. You want more than just Delgado dead. I'll proceed as planned.
It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems.
Right.
I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner.
I was not...
Both dismissed.
Oh, thank you. I was not planning on it. Okay, sorry.
Heard you boarded the key. I can't imagine what state the pirates have left it in.
It's a bit of a mess. Lieutenant, I have something for you as well.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made. Going undercover.
Oh. Okay, before we talk about that then, will I have access to any SysDef resources while I'm undercover? I should have asked you this before.
We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it's best you get from the fleet.
Understood.
It'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how the fleet's operation works.
Makes sense. All right. And what other background information can you give me on the fleet at this point?
They're pirates in every sense of the word, but they've managed to get more organized under their current leadership. That makes them especially dangerous, but hopefully it makes them a little more predictable too.
Right. I have some evidence for you.
You need to clear
Excellent.
that through the proper channels.
Let me have it, and I'll upload it to our database.
Okay.
On this ship.
What is going on back there? First of all, yes, I discovered some interesting information about Radley Jaso.
So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet.
Right.
Anything else?
No, but I feel like I should possibly scour the key a little more carefully, just in case. I did pick up, actually, from the lock penitentiary on Suvorov, I picked up some evidence, though.
It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Have any more?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it.
Will do.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Right, okay, and I do have some information
I bet operations on the key are a clown show. I'm looking forward to reading your report.
I wouldn't say they were a clown show. They're messy. They're unpleasant.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Yeah, as I say, they're not pleasant and they're not clean, and the discipline's odd, but it's not quite the clown show you'd expect or hope. Alright, Brig.
The fleet call us sharks. They know what happens when we see red.
Yeah. Not totally sure they mean it that way.
If you
The
ask
Brig.
me, the Brig's too good for these worthless thugs.
Yeah, this is probably why you're not in
Sir,
charge.
if I may speak freely, is there a reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the Brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trenchfoot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered, all because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do. But if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
Ooh,
But
discipline
you
is
tracked
discipline.
in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial life forms, known and unknown, into my Brig. These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this Brig. On my Brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
He's right. Even the Romans understood this. Hygiene's critically important. Things like this, they can make or break
We'll keep the Brig
an army.
for any pirates you bring in.
I have none for you at the moment, but
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum.
I ended up going to Suvorov as part of my undercover work.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I know you were headed to the key, but I didn't realize you'd actually get a chance to visit the lock.
Oh, yeah.
I almost respect the fleet for doing that. They're trying to pass down their history, or their version of it anyway.
Okay, I don't think it was that deep. No, I think it was... I did feel the weight of history as I walked through it. I did a bit. You respect the fact that they take new recruits to the lock. Yeah, no, I don't think it's just looking for treasure. I think Delgado is keen on the history. I did feel it, honestly, and I heard a lot of the history.
Incredible. I think at SysDef, we all feel that weight every time we wear the uniform. But to be there where it started, I can't imagine. But all that aside, give me your honest opinion. What were the conditions like?
Bloody horrible. It was basically a resort. Oh, good. It was rough, but it was what I would expect from maximum security prison. No. It was creepy and old and felt like the ghost of the past. No, I tell you what, it was brutal. And with how they were treated, it's not that big of a shock that the inmates revolted.
I was afraid of that. I think I'm starting to fully realize the hand we played in all this.
Good
Truth
man.
be told, my ancestor was a guard on Suvorov. Part of the reason I joined SysDef was to find out more about his experience, and whether the history books told the whole story. Which is why I'd like to hear Crix's side of it, if just to confirm what you saw.
Well, I got some good news. I found this slate where Crix says the prisoners on lock were tortured.
So it's true. All my life I've been led to believe the guards on the lock were heroes. But there was part of me that always doubted the story. Even as a child learning about the history from the slates. Thank you for bringing me this. I get that Crix is about as unreliable a witness as they come, but I believe him.
Me too. Why is the history of the lock so important to you? Because you don't want to make the same mistakes, right?
Because it isn't just any history. It's my family's. If you open up a history slate and look up the name Garo Petrosian, you'll find a hero decorated in medals. Medals he earned for escaping the riots on Suvorov.
Okay, and why was he awarded medals?
For helping his fellow guards escape the riots. And maybe that part is true, but it conveniently skips everything that happened before that point. No one ever asks what prompted the riots. It was just criminals being criminals. and that was explanation enough.
Yeah. And he was your ancestor, right?
My great-grandfather, to be exact. He lived until the year 2297, 10 years after I was born.
Lasted a while. So, he was one of the guards who tortured the prisoners?
Maybe. I don't know for certain. But what I do know is when I remember the look on his face, it's never one of pride. The thing is, even as my family rode the coattails of our name, I always felt like something wasn't right about the story. And it always came back to that day in the yard, playing games with my brother. It's the only memory I have of my great-grandfather that sticks.
Okay. Did you get to this position because you know? No, tell me about the memory.
It was about a week before he passed. Me and my brother had the house to ourselves and were playing a game we called Prisoner's Run. It was a simple game. We drew a line in the dirt, and the object was for the guard to keep the prisoner from crossing it. But on that day, my brother came to the yard with an added surprise. He found a chest in the attic, filled with goodies, a baton, a uniform, and a medal to serve as prize for the winner.
Oh, God. The uniform from his work as a prison guard, right?
Most likely. But given how unceremonious the boxes were, how could we have known? But when our family returned, I knew something was wrong. My great-grandfather didn't say a word, but behind his eyes I could see it. The shame. No one said anything to either of us. But the next day, the uniform and the medal were gone. At the time, I never understood why he kept those things buried in the attic. Now, it all seems so clear.
Your ancestor was at best a fraud, at worst a... No. Well, whoever your ancestor was, it doesn't matter. You're not him. Doesn't mean your ancestor was a bad man. I mean, it doesn't. He could still have been a hero. I mean... probably not if he felt the shame. But you know what? He was probably ashamed to be a part of it. But you know, I don't know. Hey, at least he felt the shame, right? He felt the shame. That is important. Whoever your ancestor was, it doesn't matter. You're not him.
I appreciate the kind words. I suppose that's the lesson I need to take from this, even though right now, it's hard to feel anything but shame.
Again.
Either way, thanks for talking this through with me. I don't know if I'll ever know what really happened on Suvorov, but at least now, I have something beyond the family myth.
Yeah.
The Vigilance is our flagship. Where it goes, fleet run.
Yeah, if you don't keep the hygiene sorted out, where it goes, all your friends are gonna run as well. Seriously, clean your boots. At ease, Ensign. So, this Siren of the Stars is in the Aranai system. Okay, well, we're heading back to Jemison before we travel there anyway. We need to pick up the rest of the crew. More importantly, make sure they all got back okay. And... yeah, I've got a few things I'd like to, you know, work on. We got a few new weapons. I want to see what modifications we can attach.
I'll admit, I miss the old girl, New Atlantis.
Yeah. I guess. I see that. It's a fairly pleasant and clean place, and very few people are trying to murder you. Oh, I tell you what. Bars. There is...
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please.
Welcome back to the pride and joy of the UC. Hello, New Atlantis.
Yeah, there's a bar over here, right? I helped the bar owner out a long time ago. Should also check the shops again for resources. Yeah, the viewport. Are there any I don't know. Okay, yes, we've got... Hi! I can see by your...
What?
Particle weapon specialist. No, Barrett is a particle weapon specialist. Okay. Hello?
Hey there.
Whoa.
You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Me, woo, okay. Depends. Got any useful skills?
Plenty. I'm comfortable on a ship, especially in the gunner seat. I'm also a trained expert with shotguns. I have the certification to prove it.
Okay, well, we don't really need a particle beam weapon specialist, to be honest. Would you want to work at an outpost, maybe? It doesn't pay as much.
Aye, aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers.
Okay. Could you work for less? Like I said, I really just need someone to work on an outpost.
You're short on credits?
It's not exactly what I'm saying, but, Look, you said you were short on, work, you need the job, yeah? I basically just want someone who might help out guarding an outpost. It's not a difficult job, right? But it could be a while before you get another offer, yeah?
Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point.
Okay.
Well, the last thing I want is you going bankrupt on my account. I'll work for whatever you can pay.
Yeah, sure, okay, brilliant. Okay, yes, I like your attitude, you're hired.
Thanks! I think we'll make a great team, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, I don't... You know what, before I send you there, I sort of feel like I should probably build a few amenities for you at those outposts. Right, but here's the thing. You're paid now.
Thanks
You've
for
got
giving
money.
me a chance, Captain. I won't let you down.
You've got money. You can hang around New Atlantis for a while, and when I need you, I will send for you, okay? You're on retainer, which is good, yes? Hello, excuse me. Are you hanging around a bar? Okay,
hey,
waiting to be picked up by...
If you're looking for a weapon specialist, I could really use the work to pay off some debts.
Okay, missile weapon systems. That could be interesting. I don't use missiles, but you never know, I might change them. Ballistic weapons, not so much. Okay, what kind of debts are we talking about?
The kind that need to be paid off quickly, or else I'm in big trouble.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to keep the details of that to myself. Unless you're agreeing to hire me, of course.
Oh, see, now I've got to hire you to find out what the debt's for, right? Okay, weapons expert. You know what? It might be nice to have a missile weapon expert available, but again, it's probably going to be on retainer. I'm interested.
I'm not asking for that much. Just my fair share.
Okay, well, let's discuss the fair share, shall we?
You're asking me to work for less than the going rate? Why would I do that?
Because you've got debts to pay off. And basically, I'm probably your best bet, and I don't need you right now, so you can pay off your debt, and then if I need a missile weapon expert, I will call on you. Hey? You could probably do some odd jobs around here. I know one of the UC people is looking for a security guard. So you could do that as well, and you get paid from me a little bit, right? And it could be a while before you get another offer.
Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point.
I do, don't I?
Well, I guess something's better than nothing. I'll cut my price, but I'm not going any lower.
Understood. All right, you're hired.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, thanks. Sorry, I'm just used to hearing no.
No, it's nice to have you on retainer, but you stay here until I need
Thanks
you,
for
yes?
giving me a chance. I'm on my way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was basically... Hi.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
Okay. Yeah, official Constellation business. You've probably heard of them.
You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full-time seems like a dream come true. That seems like we have that in common.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for MAST.
Okay. MAST employs weapon testers?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of us. There's a whole branch of MAST scientific wing called DRIP. that's dedicated to developing new weapons for the UC military.
Okay. You're planning on becoming a bartender. No, you're hoping to find people... Okay, look, today's your lucky day. I'm looking for people to join, well, not my crew, but you know what? We could probably do with a weapon specialist to guard the outposts. I'm thinking of taking my order with me, so you know what? You might be what I need.
What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city.
Well, get you out of the
offer?
city. Okay, I like this guy. I like you. You know what? I'm probably going to put you to work straight away. I think you are going to the outpost. So, there you go. 13,500 credits. How does that sound?
Sounds like a fair salary for your new weapons expert. I'll take it.
Excellent. Right. I don't think... Oh, yeah, no. Before we do that, we're going to have to... Right, I'm going to sort out my crew, and once I do, I'll send you a message, and you can go along to the outpost.
I'll head straight to my post and get to work.
Start guarding it, right? Yep. It's a nice outpost. It's got some reasonable amenities, and you can get some hunting done whilst you're there. Hello!
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Okay.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Nothing, you just gave me a drink. Thank you very much. I was just checking in. How's it going with the new drink, actually?
Oh, is that a story?
Okay.
Remember when I said getting the ingredients was the difficult part? Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
Oh.
I may have gotten ahead of myself.
Okay.
I can mix a mean drink, I could run this bar. But this is something totally new.
Alright.
I want to do it right.
Okay.
But you know what that takes? Credits. Lots of them. More than I have.
Okay. Can't you just sell the drink here at the bar? I mean...
Oh, that's part of the plan for sure. It just can't be the whole plan.
Are you hoping to... It can't be that expensive. Are you hoping to sort of branch out, start selling it around the systems? How expensive can it be?
And you have now outed yourself as someone who has clearly never attempted to jumpstart an interplanetary business venture.
Correct.
I need more than just a great product, which clearly I have.
Obviously.
But I want to go big. Large-scale production, marketing, distribution.
All right.
Here's the situation. Opportunity is staring me in the face right now, and I don't want to blink.
Okay.
This can
no,
be
I don't want to blink.
huge, galaxy-wide. I know it. So, I am willing to concede that I need some external help here. Investors. Know anyone who's rich and likes taking chances?
Yeah.
Rich people tend to put a great deal of thought into which schemes they back. And this one? Not so sure, pal.
Yeah.
So you're of no use to me. But your friend, however?
Okay.
I am once again leaning on you, my very, very good friend, and
Stop
looking for
buttering
some
me
help.
up.
You can't possibly turn me down, right?
I can. But... I'm probably not going to. What do you need?
Well, a person of your obvious charm and grace must have some connections to wealthy individuals in the settled systems. I'm hoping
one or
you can
two.
convince a few of them to invest in my little business venture here with the knowledge that they will definitely, absolutely get their credits back. And then some.
Can I not
That's
just
the pitch
invest?
anyway.
Oh, I kind of want to help her. Okay, I'll do what you need. What do you need? Come on, tell me.
You really are the best, you know that?
I'm a sucker.
So, you know Walter Stroud, yeah? You
Yeah.
Walter in that Constellation organization?
Yeah.
I think you should chat him up, pitch him the idea, see if he'll bite. If he does, we are that much closer. And if he doesn't, then we figure out a plan B.
Okay.
Go team!
Okay, I'll talk to Walter, but
Catch you later.
How much do you need? I might actually have the money and... Oh, actually, I shouldn't be shouting that around. I mean, money's tight at the moment and everything, but, you know, I'd like to support you. That was very negative of you. She's got an idea. She wants to go... But you know what? It's a startup. It could be interesting. Let's go find out what the lady has for sale. I don't think I've got anything to sell her, though.
Someone who has many stories to tell. I'd like to hear them.
Okay. There's an old guy over there asking for a story.
No, Amelie, I am Gerhard. We've been partners for 10 years. Do you need a visit to Reliant Medical?
Hilarious. Truly, you missed your calling as a comic. I remembered his name. It's Curtis.
I have no idea what we are talking about right now.
The hauler from Sidonia, the one that got his ship blown up by the Crimson Fleet? We were talking about him, but I couldn't remember his name.
Does this sound familiar?
Well, I remembered. His name was Curtis.
Something?
No,
I
yet.
am so relieved we have cleared this up.
Me too. Excuse me, you said you wanted to hear a story or something? Hi.
Hello there, dear friend. I am not trying to pester you, but I really do need that credit transfer to cover for last month.
Sorry, I thought you were talking without moving your lips. It's someone else.
Really?
Okay, you mentioned one story. What brings you to New Atlantis?
The usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power.
Okay.
I'm only joking, of course.
Alright.
I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems.
You're a collector?
I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Okay. What do you do? Go on. You're gonna need my help for something, but I've got a bite.
Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine.
What are you looking at?
I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons.
Oh.
But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them?
Well, soup would be difficult, wouldn't it? Okay, well, nice chatting with you. I actually have some old Earth items, so it's odd that I can't talk to you about them.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Okay, nobody in the shop needed to know that. Nobody. Absolutely zero people,
we
Sam.
were running low on foodstuffs, so I went ahead and placed another order.
Amelie?
Really? Huh. We'll have to see if that's a long-term trend. Maybe account for it better in the standard shipments.
Excuse me.
I can just file the invoices when they come in if you want.
Customer here.
Thank you, but that won't be necessary.
Yep. Nighttime once more. Okay. Walter is probably asleep.
Smell that? I would bottle that up if I could. Musty old books, a bit of motor oil.
Do you have a history of orders for me today?
Yeah. I'm just glad to see you. You made it off. I assumed you did. I just want to make sure I find everyone. I'm assuming I would have got a message. Okay, that's Walter. He's asleep. Don't want to wake him up. Okay. Barrett, how are you doing? Have you seen Andreja? Is she in her room? Okay. She is! How are you doing? Okay, we can chat in the morning. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put some stuff in the, cupboard and then get some sleep myself.
All right, let's get back to it.
I told you to wait in your own room. Did I sleep that long? Did you? Okay, seriously. Fine, let's...
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Are you just itching to get out of here? All right, let's get moving.
Around anyway.
You weren't exactly waiting around, coming into my room, waking me up in the morning. Scared me half to death. Right, I want to speak to Walter before... Right, Walter's up. There he is. And then we're going to sort out the crew roster. Yes. Walter. Okay. So... Oh. How are you doing, by the way?
It's hard not to feel some regret. Even some blame. No one is individually responsible, but I am the one paying the bills. But at
that
least
doesn't matter.
now,
it's not your fault.
We really know the stakes. What we might lose if we go forward, and I think we need to go forward.
No, you're right. And trust me, I've not forgotten. I'm just consolidating. We're supposed to be explorers, not soldiers. No. And I'm getting us prepared. I'm also dealing with another threat, believe it or not. You would not believe what we're doing out there. But yes, we're not giving up. Not after everything we've been through.
Agreed. We stop now, and they win. I'm not accustomed to losing. Constellation needs to see this through, no matter what.
I will. I've got, believe it or not, I've got a lead. I'm going to be looking for something called the Scorpion or something. However, before here's right, totally random thing. It's going to sound a bit daft, but I have got an investment opportunity for you.
Oh no. You have any idea how much of my time gets wasted by people who start conversations with that line?
I know.
All right, let's get it over with. What amazing situation have you discovered that I can't possibly afford to pass up?
Well, you can. Look, okay, the supernova will be hitting every bar across the settled systems. Okay, Nissa Marcano has a drink recipe that's a surefire success, okay? I think, personally.
And you've tried this drink? You think it'll sell?
Yeah, I've tried it. I think it's worth the investment, personally. But, you know.
All right. Simple and definitive. I like that. If it were anyone else, I might be inclined to nod politely, express some vague enthusiasm, and suggest setting up a meeting that never happens.
Okay.
I think you and I have been through enough that I'll trust you and take a chance on this.
Oh,
all
okay.
Right. Here's what you're going to do. Go pay a visit to my lovely wife in Neon and tell her I said I've been thinking about rereading Jules Verne.
Okay.
You do that, and we'll get the necessary paperwork underway.
Really? You've got code phrases for this sort of thing? It's mildly insane, and I love it. See, this is why I wanted to do this. I mean, drink's good and everything. I'm not sure how much money it's gonna make, and Walter will probably be unbelievably peeved if he doesn't make a fortune. But who didn't want to know that he and his wife have code words for when this deal is good? Assuming that is what that code means. If you're sending me to get snarked at, Walter, I will probably laugh.